All right, welcome back to ABA exam review and the continuation of our BCBA practice question series, where we're going through another set of questions together and breaking them down. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're turning, welcome back. Please like and subscribe. Check out behavioranalyststudy.com for all of our study materials, including our combo pack. When you pass, let us know so we can include you in the Sunday shout out. Work hard, study hard. Let's get going. A behavior analyst is working with a client who struggles to complete homework. Based on recent research, the analyst considers implementing a token economy to increase task completion in the home setting. However, the parents report that they do not have the time or resources to consistently manage a token system at home. What should the analyst do now? A big part of your job as an analyst is to design effective interventions within the constraints of resources and time. In this case, we have an analyst who wants to use an empirical research-based token economy to increase task completion. That's fantastic. But the parents say they don't have time or the resources to manage the system at home. Why is that an issue? Well, we spend a lot of time with the clients, of course, but the majority of the time we won't be there. And if we are using something or implementing something when we're in session, when we're with the client, we want the stakeholders, in this case, the parents, to use those same strategies. If they can't, we might want to consider something else. So what should the analyst do here? A, implement the token economy for 2 weeks just to see if it ends up working out. We don't want to just hope, right? We just don't want to just wait and see. They've already told you they don't have time, they don't have the resources. Why waste 2 weeks on something the parents aren't committing to? B, modify the intervention to align with the resources available. Yes, as the analyst, you are designing these interventions. You do have the final say, and you don't just want to blindly follow what parents request. But if they aren't going to do something, then don't bother implementing it. Modify that intervention to align with what they will be able to do. C, recommend that the parents seek help or guidance from someone else. This is a perfectly reasonable request by the parents. They're actually doing you a favor by saying up front, we won't be able to implement this effectively, instead of wasting time by saying they will and then not doing it. So actually, this is a great thing the parents have done for you. So C, this is no issue from the parents, right? They're totally within their rights to say, hey, we can't do this given time and resources. D, present additional research as to why the token economy is the most effective way to increase task completion. The issue isn't the effectiveness of the intervention. It is the ability to pull off the intervention. Clearly, these parents cannot do that. What we should do is modify the intervention to align with the resources available. Notice B, we knew was our answer, but we read every answer choice regardless. Jim tests the effect of different light intensities, dim, normal, and bright, on the productivity of office workers measured by the number of completed tasks. The results consistently show, over nearly 100 trials, that brighter light leads to higher productivity, while dim light reduces productivity. What conclusion can Jim draw about the relationship between the independent and dependent variable? So we're looking at the independent and dependent variable. And you might say, well, they never told us what that was. We don't have to be explicitly told because we have that information. What is Jim doing? He's testing the effect of light intensity on the productivity of office workers. So what is the independent variable? What's going to be light intensities? Jim is controlling the intensity of the light. What behavior is dependent on those variables? Well, productivity of office workers or completed tasks. So our dependent variable is going to be the productivity, which is based on light intensity. Jim finds that over 100 trials, which is a lot, that brighter light leads to higher productivity while dim light reduces productivity. What conclusion can we draw? A, the independent variable is in control of the dependent variable. We have over 100 trials. When the light is brighter, there's more productivity. When the light is less, there's less productivity. You could probably safely say your independent variable is controlling that dependent variable. There's enough information here to reasonably make that assumption. B, there is at least one confound impacting the dependent variable. Based on this information, there doesn't seem to be any confounds. A confound is something we're not controlling that is affecting the dependent variable. There's no information indicating that a confound is present. C, the study lacks any clear experimental control. Well, it seems we would have experimental control. When we change the light, productivity changes as well. D, no conclusions can be drawn based on the gathered information. Not true, right? We have enough information to say when we manipulate the independent variable, the dependent variable changes reliably. So Jim can reasonably say he is controlling the behavior. A behavior analyst designs an intervention to help a teenager with autism learn to use public transportation independently. After successfully completing the intervention, the teenager is able to ride the bus to school and social events, significantly increasing their access to community activities. Which dimension of applied behavior analysis is demonstrated by the success of the intervention? Let's think about this, right? We have a dimension question. For our 7 dimensions, you want to be very precise in your answer choice because a lot of them, right, overlap. Question wants to know what dimension is demonstrated by the success of the intervention. We know the intervention is aiming to help this teenager use public transportation. The intervention was successfully completed, and now the teenager can use transportation, which has increased access to community activities. So by all accounts, the success of the intervention is related to what? A, applied. Applied says we are trying to change behavior that is socially significant. The success of the intervention is not necessarily having to do with the applied dimension. The applied dimension is targeting in the first place something socially valid. So targeting this is applied. What we're looking at is the effectiveness. The intervention was effective. Effective says we've made the meaningful change we set out to make. C, technological. Technological is all about repeatability. Can the intervention be repeated over and over? We're not sure. We didn't address the technological aspect here. Neither did we address the conceptually systematic aspect of the intervention. All we know is the behavior analyst designed the intervention. We don't know what they used. We don't know if they were conceptually systematic. We do know, however, that they were effective. They made meaningful change. A researcher wants to determine the optimal number of minutes a student should spend on math drills to maximize performance. They systematically test 5-minute, 10-minute, and 15-minute intervals, collecting data on accuracy and efficiency for each condition. What type of analysis is being conducted? Okay, so we're looking at the analysis. What analysis are we using? Well, the researcher wants to know the optimal number of minutes a student should spend on math drills. When we're trying to figure out the amount, right? The amount of an intervention, the dosage of an intervention. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. What are we looking for? It's the dosage of the intervention. Is it A, a functional analysis? Well, functional analysis is manipulating antecedents and consequences to find out the function. That is not the goal here. B, a component analysis. With a component analysis, you have different interventions that are part of a package, and you're evaluating each piece of that package. Not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is asking how much of A do we need? What is our dosage? A comparative analysis, you have 2 or more interventions that are not part of a package that you are comparing. Since we're just looking for dosage, we're looking for how much we need. We're trying to do a parametric analysis. A teacher uses stickers as reinforcement for completing assignments. Initially, the stickers are highly motivating, but after several weeks, the student shows less interest in earning stickers and their assignment completion rates drop. What concept does this scenario illustrate, and what could a teacher do to address it? All right, so multi-part question, right? We need the concept, and we need to know what can the teacher do to address whatever is happening. We know the teacher uses stickers to complete assignments or as reinforcement to complete assignments. The stickers are motivating at first, but then over time, less and less interest is shown in earning the stickers. What is happening? Well, it seems like the students are satiating on the reinforcer. So if you look at A, this does look like reinforcer satiation, and the teacher could introduce a variety of reinforcers. What about B, reinforcer magnitude? We don't talk about the size of the reward here, right? We just talked about the stickers were motivating, and now they're less motivating. They have likely been satiated upon by the students. C, extinction. Well, the teacher is still offering up the reinforcement. The students just are not working to earn that reinforcement. They're no longer motivated. And then D, punishment. Again, the teacher is just using reinforcement. It's openly available, right? The students just are not showing interest in earning those actual stickers. So the issue here, or the concept here, is reinforcer satiation, and we could introduce a variety of reinforcers to combat it. Thanks for watching. Check out behavioranalyststudy.com for all of our study materials. When you pass, let us know so we can include you in the Sunday shout out. Work hard, study hard. See you soon.